So this is my language arts lesson, and the language arts standard that I chose was RL.1.3, which is describe characters, settings, and major events in a story using key details. To start off, I'm going to show a video of the narration of The Rainbow Fish written by Marcus, and I'm going to start off by asking my students what they think the book will be about just based on the cover. So a few guesses I would probably receive would be pretty fish, a colorful fish, maybe a rainbow, maybe other fish, and just a few more. So here is the story.
The Rainbow Fish. A long way out in the deep blue sea there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silver scales among them. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. "Come on, Rainbow Fish," they would call. "Come and play with us." But the Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. "Rainbow Fish," he called, "wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful, and you have so many." "You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are?" cried Rainbow Fish. "Get away from me." Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset. He told all his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the Rainbow Fish. They turned away when he swam by. What good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day he poured out his troubles to the starfish. "I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anybody like me?" "I can't answer that for you," said the starfish. "But if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you." The Rainbow Fish found the cave. It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. Then suddenly 2 eyes caught him in their glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. "I have been waiting for you," said the octopus with a deep voice. "The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy." "I can't," the Rainbow Fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. "Give away my scales? My beautiful shining scales? Never! How could I ever be happy without them?" Suddenly he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. "Rainbow Fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale." The Rainbow Fish wavered. "Only one very, very small shimmering scale," he thought. "Well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one." Carefully, the Rainbow Fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much," the little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the Rainbow Fish. For a long time he had watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing. So it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possessions had been given away, yet he was very happy. "Come on, rainbow fish," they called. "Come and play with us." "Here I come," said the rainbow fish, and happy as a splash he swam off to join his friends. The end. All right, my little storytime bunnies. Remember, you are special. You're one in a million. You don't have wings, but you're an angel. Go follow your dreams.
So that used to be one of my favorite books when I was a young child, and I think this fits well within the standard because it talks about different characters and shows different settings and has a main event or a main idea. So I'm going to start off by asking who were the characters, and I'm going to call on a few different students. So for example, I'll get responses such as the rainbow fish, little blue fish, a starfish, and many other unnamed fish also. So where did the book take place? As in, where was the setting taking place? So the book really takes place in an ocean or sea, and at one point there's also a cave as the setting when the octopus is talking to the little rainbow fish. So what was the moral of the story? And like the other questions, I'm just going to ask students to answer. And I'm going to answers like happiness comes within, sharing is caring, and the fish became more beautiful as he shared, and he started feeling more delightful and just happy that everyone was happy to be around him. So, what did the rainbow fish do? And just another question for the class. So, he wasn't very nice from the start because he wasn't sharing. He was sad and just felt lonely because everyone was running away from him. And then he had a little talk with the octopus, and he then discovered how to be happy and learned that sharing was caring, and just felt better about himself when he was sharing with all of his fellow fish friends. So, some key terms for this assignment are setting. So, the environment where a story takes place, examples: the ocean, the city, the mall, or just anywhere that you can be, or a character can be in a story. So, a character is the people, animals, or others who make up a story. So, they're the ones that have the most impact on the story. So, examples from the pictures below: Snow White, Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, or in the terms of this book, like the rainbow fish, the little blue fish, the octopus, the starfish, and all of the other unnamed fish. So, the main event of a story is basically the climax or main idea. So, we have like the beginning, and then it rises up to rising action, then we hit the climax, which is the very top of the main idea, and then we go down the following action, resolution, and just it's one big roller coaster basically, which is why I chose this picture because it explains it perfectly. So I'm going to start with a group activity. So group 1 is going to be Luke, Chris, Sam, Jack. The second group is going to be Eliza, Lucas, Liam, and Mary. And group 3 is going to be Lola, Hannah, Sarah, and Brandon. Group 4 is going to be Hank, Cooper, Natalie, and Kara. So my directions for this activity are the groups are going to pick a book from the class library. They're going to spend about 10 minutes or so reading the book, Then they're going to make a list of characters, decide what the setting is, and also the main idea of the story. So I'm going to set a 20-minute timer. That just sounds like that. And then it's just going to have a little sound when it goes off. So for that timer, I was going to have 10 minutes to read the book and then 10 minutes to discuss within your group about the setting, characters, and the main idea of the story. So then I'm going to have group 1 share the book and the information they found, and group 2, group 3, and group 4 are all going to do the same also. And then the exit slip, I'm going to have 3 different questions. As the students leave for lunch, I'm going to randomize them between the children when they leave, just so that the same question isn't getting answered every time. So questions are going to be, when leaving, tell me what setting means, or tell me what characters mean, or what the main idea is. And they can give examples from the activity they learned from the book they use, or the example I use with the rainbow fish. And that is it for my language arts lesson. Thank you.